So what's up guys, it's here by Watch, and if you guys are watching this video, you're either downloading or waiting to download the new Call of Duty Vanguard Season 3 Reloaded update that's coming out today actually, or this week I guess you could say, for Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone. There's going to be a bunch of new content. There's a new gun known as the H4 BLIXEN, which is a new SMG. We got a new multiplayer map, and a bunch of other cool stuff that I hope to detail in this video. So if you guys are excited for Season 3 Reloaded of Vanguard and Warzone, here for Vanguard Update 1.18. Make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Also, we're less than 100 subs away from 3,000 here on the More Carnage Hero channel. So if you guys enjoy Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer content, Cold War content, update content, or just any sort of entertainment in general, then you've come to the right place. If you enjoy my energy or whatever I produce, then you come to the right place. I really freaking love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this update. First, let's talk about when the update occurs and how big it is on each of the platforms. Okay, so in size, the new Vanguard 1.18 update is 7 gigabytes on PS5 and 8.7 gigabytes on PS4. So if we compare that to the Xbox consoles, then this means supposedly that the Xbox One will be around 8.7 gigabytes, and the Xbox Series X and S will be around 7 gigabytes. And then on PC, it might be around 7 gigabytes, could be a little bit more, a little bit less, but definitely aim for around a 7 to 9 gigabyte download, which is not too bad, you know. That's still a good amount of content, but the update size isn't, you know, surprisingly huge as it has been in previous updates. If you guys are curious as to when this update is installable, as you guys can see on the screen, it's installable later today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this means that in a couple of hours after this video goes up, you know, that's when the update will be ready for everybody to kind of install and download if you haven't downloaded already, which is pretty dope. And now that I've kind of covered when these updates will kind of happen, just know that with today's update, we're going to be getting the new SMG and the new multiplayer map, but nothing much else, like no store bundles or some other stuff. We won't see a lot of stuff until tomorrow when the Warzone update occurs. If you guys are wondering about how big the Warzone update is, I won't talk about that in today's video, but I might talk about it in the video tomorrow, or I'll put it in the pinned comment of the comment section below. But yeah, with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what this Season 3 Reloaded update is going to give us in both Vanguard and Warzone. Okay, so one thing to note after reading these patch notes / blog posts, this update is mostly a Warzone update. Of course, there's some Vanguard stuff in here, but a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Warzone related. So in case you guys are wondering, there's a new underground transit system on the Season 3 map for Caldera, which is very similar to the underground train station from what happened in Verdansk in Season 4 or Season 5. Which is actually pretty cool. You just pretty much go underground, take this minecart, and get instantly transported to another area of the map, which is pretty crazy. Let me know if you guys are excited for that. In addition, there's a new perk called Serpentine, which is a Vanguard perk that is arriving in Warzone. And with this perk, your sprinting reduces incoming damage from bullets, explosives, and fire by 20%. In my opinion, this is going to be a very, very good perk. It's a perk 1, so it might take my place of EOD, because if I can rush and take less damage, that's a huge advantage over anybody else that's camping. So I personally like the addition of something like Serpentine, because it also means that snipers can't really kill you if you're continuously running, which is actually pretty crazy when you think about it. Let me know if you guys think this perk will either break Warzone or make Warzone a ton better. There's going to be 3 new lootable items in Warzone as well. There's a Gulag entry token where basically with this token you can enter the Gulag again. You know how in Caldera there's a Gulag and then you die and then you come back? Well, you can do that twice now, which is going to be very, very clutch. And if you hold it out to the end where the Gulag gets disabled, then you get some extra cash from holding that Gulag token, which is very nice. Similarly, there's a redeploy extraction token, which is rarer than the Gulag token because it basically makes you redeploy automatically. So you know how in Rebirth, you redeploy after getting killed and being alive for a certain amount of time? Well, that's basically what this is, which is really nice for them to add into the BR experience. And then there's a nice little speed boost. You know the speed boost that you get in the new Godzilla mode or sometimes in Clash. Basically, they'll be adding that into boxes as well, which is really nice because then you can outplay opponents. If you quickly loot a box, get a speed boost, and then you can maybe slip and slide you know, over your opponents and body them, which is really smart of them to add. They're basically making so that this game is a lot more fast-paced. You know, the Serpentine perk allows you to kind of take more damage. The speed boost allows you to kind of body people with speed. It's really nice. There's also a new field upgrade that you can loot, which is known as the Radar Jammer. And it's very similar to how it works in Call of Duty multiplayer. It's a field upgrade that scrambles the attack map of enemy players and prevents kill streaks for anyone within a short radius. So depending on how big the radius of the radar jammer is, this could be very, very detrimental to the gameplay of Warzone, just because if it's too OP and if it's too common, then everybody's going to be putting down radar jammers so nobody can use a UAV, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. So I don't know how I feel about this radar jammer. Just really depends how strong or how weak it is or how rare it is. And if people can get it like nothing, that's a very bad sign. So that's just my thoughts on it. Also, the perk satchels that are found on Caldera are now going to be found in Rebirth, where you can actually find perks while looting, which is pretty great. There's also new high value loot zones in Warzone, where there's going to be certain areas on the map where you'll get more rarer items than others. This is, specifically for Caldera, not on Rebirth. And there's a new solos mode known as the Champion of Caldera, a new Warzone limited time mode, which is actually really cool because you drop into Caldera with your custom loadout already selected, and you have a gas mask and a single redeploy extraction token, which is actually really crazy. And then the item pool is slightly altered to emphasize equipment not normally found in loadouts and epic to legendary rarity items. And then you collect cash to an upgraded buy station where you can buy a advanced UAV, explosive bow, and even a specialist bonus for a hefty fee. So this is a solos game mode, which is actually really dope. And you drop in with your loadout automatically. I'm gonna have to give that a shot, even though I'm traditionally a Rebirth player. The rule set of this Champion of Caldera mode sounds really tight. On Rebirth Island, there's a new in-game event known as the Occupation Scan. And basically when the Occupation Scan event happens, every time the nice little scan happens, if you're laying prone, then you won't get detected. However, if you're up and about, then you will get detected. I don't know how this freaking is going to work. I don't like the sound of it personally, but let me know what you guys think about the occupation scans in Rebirth Island. Now we can finally move on to the Vanguard multiplayer stuff, and starting with it all, we got a new multiplayer map known as Sphere. Sphere is a small multiplayer map featuring an underground weapons lab hidden beneath the facade of a coal mine. So you'll be able to pretty much body underground and above ground. Above ground, there will be a mining village, wooden buildings, crates, and natural formations. And then underground, you'll have a mine, concrete tunnels, workshop, central lab, and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So a lot of flank routes, which should sound really, really cool. And of course, we got a new operator, Kim Tae-young, which looks absolutely freaking badass. She's an absolute legend. You'll be able to get her through a store bundle, which will also allow you to pretty much level up the new gun a lot faster. And speaking about the new gun, the new SMG is known as the H4 BLIXEN, and it's favored by Special Ops Operation Forces. This hard-hitting SMG offers mobility and accuracy in medium-range engagements. The Owen gun is the most notable slower-firing SMG in this category, but in Classified Arms Reloaded, the H4 BLIXEN will try and make a claim to power. In Vanguard multiplayer, the H4 BLIXEN delivers a reliable 3-shot kill at a farther range than the Owen gun, albeit with a slower rate of fire. It also has 3 more bullets per standard magazine and slightly better vertical recoil control, ADS speed, and reload quickness. The recoil pattern can take time to learn, like all weapons in Call of Duty, but knowing the BLIXEN's kick can make it more viable in those mid-range engagements rather than just having it hold its own up close, which is nice. You can unlock the H4 BLIXEN by completing its SMG-based challenge, get 3 slide kills in a single match 15 times, or by purchasing a store bundle to be released later this season, which features a weapon blueprint from this weapon's family. It sounds like this SMG is going to be very fun. It's going to act more like an AR, kind of like how I feel like the Owen gun is, and it should be really fun to use. If you guys are ready to see gameplay on this gun, make sure you guys are tuned into my main channel because it should go live today, and I'll be giving you guys the fastest way to unlock it and the fastest gameplay, and you guys can kind of see how good it is. So make sure you guys do stay tuned on this channel and my main channel in case you guys are curious about it. And now we're on to the store bundle. So for the first store bundle, we have the Spilled Ink, which is actually a collab between Call of Duty and some talented top tattoo artists. So you know about tattoo artists, it's definitely up your alley. We got Ryan Ashley, Nico Hurtado, and Scott Campbell and the Scab Shop, which are world-renowned tattoo artists that create phenomenal body artwork, which pretty much come together to have 3 unique operator skin pieces for Lucas Riggs through the Spilled Ink bundle available later this season, which is actually really cool. So if you know anything about tattoos, that's actually really tight. The bundle also comes with a new Tattoo Infection Assault Rifle and Tattoo Machine SMG blueprints, which is pretty dope. We also got Mastercrafts, of course. We got the High Voltage Reactive Mastercraft, which, as you guys can see from this picture, looks really tight. Has a nice little operator skin there. And we got a Sniper Heroic, which is exactly what this is all about. It's called the Stabister, and it's probably going to do electric traces, which is actually really cool. We also have the Tracer Pack Dark Aether Mastercraft bundle. Now, they don't have a picture associated with this, but on the blog post, there is this picture of this fire character here. I'm going to assume this is the Ultra skin that's coming with this Tracer Pack, which looks really crazy, because, I mean, you know, Dark Aether, it kind of reminds me of, like, the fire characters in the zombie storyline from the zombie trailers, if I remember correctly, and it looks really, really dope. So, it comes with a SMG with Dark Aether Tracer powers, which is actually really cool. And at the end of the season, more Mastercrafts will become available, including the Tracer Pack Tread Lightly Mastercraft bundle, which features prototype-themed weaponry, and we got a Pitfall-inspired pack and a bunch more stuff. So, yeah, that's a lot of freaking stuff to talk about in terms of store bundles, of course. And one thing that they didn't note here is that with today's update, I'm assuming, or tomorrow's update, the Owen gun that you get for buying the Godzilla, the Mecha Godzilla, and the Kong Tracer Packs, if you guys bought all of them, you should see that SMG in your armory today or tomorrow. And I'll definitely make a video on that gun, probably today if it's available today, or tomorrow. So definitely keep an eye out, because we got to see if it has traces or not, and see if it works. So yeah, I think that'll be it for the video, guys. We talked a lot. Hope you guys are more informed about the update here today and tomorrow. Remember, today's the Vanguard update, and tomorrow's the Warzone update. No store bundles will be live today. They'll all be live tomorrow. But we should be able to see the new SMG and the new map, at least in private match, with today's update. So stay tuned on both of my channels. Drop a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the energy and the informational content. And just know, I really love you guys with all of my heart. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. I love you all.